All right, fair use, fair use. It's your brother Wild Rum. You're back with another lesson. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, also in the correct doctrine. We want to send a shalom also to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah by their faith. As you see, the Israelites are right, and your pastor is wrong. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, that is flooding through the earth now, man. This word has went through the entire earth. Everyone knows what the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, the Israelites in general, been teaching this truth, and it's starting to show that it was the truth all along. And a lot of Christians are waking up to the fact that they're Israelites. They're understanding that the Lord's name is not Jesus. They're understanding that we are the true Israelites according to the Bible, and what we've been taught here in Babylon the Great has all been a lie. And now that we are waking up to this truth and coming back to our nationality and our heritage, it's starting to see, people are starting to see that this is the truth, man. And ultimately coming back to our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. They see that what we've been speaking is the truth. And it's undeniable now. Now we see the Esau coming down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. His kingdom is finished. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, he has elevated his word for it to go out through the earth, for his people to be woken up to this truth. And so we know 2/3 of our people are not going to wake up, but the elect is ultimately woke up. So I'm going to get into these videos, hit a couple scriptures, and Lord willing to be edifying.
Y'all can act like y'all not paying some Israelites if y'all want to. We see the decrease in numbers in the church houses. And they're not leaving the church because they don't love God. They're leaving the church because they're realizing that the church house, the pastors that are preaching on Sunday, they are big fat liars. They are upholders of white supremacy, and people are tired of it. For centuries, since slavery, we have been taught white Jesus, white Moses, white angels, white lies, okay? But when you really open up the Bible and you start paying attention, you understand that the whole book is about Israelites. Those are black people from the beginning. The book was written for the Israelites by the Israelites. Who are turning back to the actual scriptures and learning like they're not supposed to eat unclean foods. They need to be celebrating God's high holy days and not the wicked pagan holidays of the world. And that they need to be dressed a certain way to be able to be accepted by the Most High God and change their spirits. It's a lot of things that have to be transformed from going to church on Sunday and to actually getting into the scriptures and learning and reading how we're supposed to be keeping these laws, right? And it's honestly, it's a beautiful thing. We come back to our culture and I love it. A lot of people like to say, oh, you guys are worshiping your skin color, but at the end of the day, who's not proud to be black? Come on now. Who's not proud to know that God is the God of the Israelites only? Who's not proud to know that Jesus Christ looks like them? Come on now. They will sit up here and try to Jedi mind trick you and make you think like you're wrong for having pride and hide your history. But please, we're waking up and people are leaving churches because they're understanding that it's nothing but a business. First, we was lost. We didn't understand what was going on. But the scriptures do say that in the last days, the Israelites will wake up and return back to our true nationality. So to hell with all the made-up denominations that have nothing to do with the Bible.
Meanwhile, later.
The statistics tell us that there has been a decline of religion's influence on society. Now, here's the question. Why? Why the trend? Could it be that society, all of us, are just morally corrupt? Are we just less grounded? Or could it be that organized religion is just missing the mark? They're not reading the room. Well, Pastor, thank you for being here. What's the ownership that the church has to take in that?
I think the church has to own it. I liken it to the fact that today everybody uses, iPhones, Android. The church is still using a rotary. And I think we have to recognize that the message, the communication doesn't shift, but the tool that we're leveraging to connect and reach people, I think we have to think about what that looks like. We have to be flexible and connect where people are.
Oh, I grew up in the Baptist church. We had to go every time the door was open.
And see, the pastor, he is clueless to the scriptures, man. Nobody cares about prosperity and having money and doing all this shit no more because they see it. It's all been a lie. You work, retire, and that's it, man. You're living a rat race. As you see right here, man loses it and goes off after getting tired of the rat race. And all of us are tired of the rat race, man. All of us are tired of the rat race because we see it for what it is. 2/3 of our people still, oh, I got to get the bag, still want to go out and party every weekend, get high, get drunk. And it's basically the same cycle. You do this shit every week, same thing. Continuing on, it says a 9 to 5 lifestyle and playing societal rules and cycles. What is the point? And that's the truth. America is our captivity. We were sent here to be punished for rejecting Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And see, the Lord said he will wake his people up at the end. And that's what you're seeing, man. It says this whole system is garbage. And this is Esau's system, and this is his kingdom. And it's crashing right before your eyes. So what the church is pushing, love everybody. Even though you see that the government sends their alphabet gangs to pretty much beat your head in, arrest you, and do all these different things to you, and shit, you ain't did nothing to them, but live in their system. All the leaders that we ever had, they've been destroyed. Everything that you've grown accustomed to is pretty much gone. You can look back at videos where in the 90s you had this, you had that. My sons always say, man, you had the best generation. But the point is, it's just been a cycle of this kingdom falling because it's time for the Lord to remove us out of our captivity, out of prison. Now check out this video.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say is important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man. A big ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me it's important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And that's true, man. This place is a plantation. And see, Jake is coming to the realization that this was the place of our captivity. He might not come out and say it like I say it, but he's slowly waking up and understanding, man. This is not what the Lord had us to create it to be, man. Running this rat race, being under our oppressor, continually being hated everywhere you go, eating foods that is poison, drinking water that is poison, breathing in air that is poison. Everything here kills you, man. Tupac had a song called "I See Death Around the Corner," and shit, you do. Everywhere you turn is death, man. And that guy Jake was tired of it, man. But the point is, this is the time to repent and return to the Lord. You see that everything you do and have to be a subject to is all wicked, man. You buy like you just said, you buying groceries that should be free. See, my old lady, she stayed in Florida, grew up in Florida. They had oranges growing in their yard. They could just go out there and damn get an orange if they was hungry. And now all that is in the grocery stores now. Natural shit. We went to Puerto Rico. They have just plantains just growing, bananas and shit. Just natural, man. Now you're subject under payments, man. And see, Jake is realizing that this place is bitter, man. This place is bitter. And it's going to go out bitter, man. America means bitter. Now check this out, man. All the other nations know it's something special about us. And when you Israelites, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans wake up to that fact, you're going to understand that we are the true children of Israel.
You know why Satan goes so hard after black people? It's because black people are the beginning of human civilization, and black people hold the key to the bridge between earth and the divine. And what I mean by that is black people, right, are the closest to the divine. It's the beginning of civilization. And it is black people are the spiritual bridge between earth and the divine. So it's all about how far you have strayed from spirituality. You want to know why Satan goes so...
And she was saying what we've been saying all along, man. The reason why that we are in this captivity and in this punishment that the Lord is bringing upon us is because we've sinned against the Lord. And she knows that the connection between the so-called blacks, and it's for all of Israelites, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, have a connection with the divine. That's the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And they know this. The heathen nations know that we are Yasharallah, man, sons of the living power. But our people don't. And see, when you start to wake up to this truth, it forces you to understand this, man. Because once the Lord wakes you up, you can't go back. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will kick you out of the truth. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that you just, when you're in the truth, you just stuck on the stairway to heaven. I'm not saying it like that, but this truth forces you to grow. Because the Lord is going to constantly put the Spirit on you to continue to grow. So if you rebel against that, the Lord will reject you, man. He will kick you out of this truth, man. We got several witnesses, brothers that was once in the truth that the Lord kicked out of this truth. But it's a purpose the Lord had for us. And now waking up and seeing brothers preach his word, like I said, like the guy that you seen in the beginning, the Lord may put the Spirit of him for him to see a camp or come across a brother or see a video on YouTube or run into a brother on Instagram. Something is going to the Lord is going to do something more likely to wake him up to this truth. Because the mercy doors are still open. And then he will get the understanding of the reason why we're going through the things we're going through, man. Because the Israelites has brung this word out, man. If you from the apostles and elders, Great Millstone on down, other Israelite groups, but I focus on the ones that's preaching 100% truth. It's just Great Millstone from the apostles, elders, bishops, to the brothers that teach the same doctrine. Now this is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 12. It says, verse 13, Salakia, it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear power and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. See that? This is what we're supposed to be doing. Fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments. Though we can't keep all the commandments perfect here in captivity, but you can make a good effort to keeping the law, such commandments to the best of your ability. And also fearing the Lord. So the Lord is going to lead you in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to keep his commandments, man. It says, for power shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And like the guy, he was going hard, but he didn't understand why he was doing what he's doing, man. New Living Translation says, that's the whole story. Here now is the final conclusion. See that? Here now is the final conclusion. Fear power and obey his commands. For this is everyone's duty. This is what we're supposed to be doing, man. Real quick definition. A duty. A moral or legal obligation. A responsibility. See, we have a responsibility to fear the Lord and keep his commandments, man. Good News Translation. After all this, there is only one thing to say. Have reverence for power and obey his commandments. They didn't say commandments, but obey his commands, which is commandments, because this is all that we were created for. Perfect. This is all we was created for, to serve the Lord, man. And our people have been taught the other way. That the Lord was created for him to serve us, which the Lord does serve us, but we have a responsibility to do our part in serving the Lord, man. This is what we was created for, man. Once again, it says, because this is all that we were created for, is to obey the Lord's commands and fear him. You weren't created to be a NBA player. You weren't created to be a rapper or none of this shit that the Lord, none of the Lord Slakia. It said that these Edomites teach. They give you false hope in these things, man. Getting the bag, being a career, having a career, and being prosperous in this society. They will never let you get farther than they want you to get here, man. And we have plenty of examples of that. This is Deuteronomy 6 in verse 1. It says, now these are the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which Yahweh Shem Yahushua your power commanded to teach you. See that? That's the reason why the men of the Lord out here teaching. We set up YouTube pages to teach you. It says that ye may, it's like that ye might do them in the land whether ye go to possess it. That thou mightest fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power and keep all his statutes and his commandments. That's the point, man. We have been commanded to keep this. The law, statutes, commandments, the statutes, the judgments, the high holy days, man. Our people still keep Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Halloween is coming up, and look, watch how many people be out there celebrating Halloween. And then you got these alphabet gangs in these different major cities wreaking havoc on your people, man. You should see that this is not an ordinary thing for this to happen, man. We're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All hell is soon to break loose, man. They talking about martial law in there. We're there, man. It ain't no more putting it off for another year or putting it off for another day. You will not be able to put this off, man. The Lord is making moves because it's time for the children of Israel to come out of captivity, man. Come out of the prison that the Lord put us on. Verse 2, it says, that thou mightest fear Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye might increase mightily, as Yahweh Shem Yahushua power of thy fathers have promised thee. And that's what we're waiting for. The Lord to put us back in our land for us to prosper. We've learned from our mistakes now. It says that in the land that it floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our power is one. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And thou shalt love Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thy power with all thy heart. And that's a commandment. We're supposed to love the Lord with all our heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. So this word is showing the Lord. When we go out in the highways and byways, we make lessons, we showing the Lord we love him, man. If you're studying, you repenting, This is the way we show the Lord we love him. These are things that the Lord commanded us to do, man. Not because I feel like doing this. No, this ain't no feeling thing, man. You have to have this on your spirit to do, man. And once you have it on your spirit, the Lord will increase it. And that's what you pray for. You pray for the Lord to increase your spirit. Verse 6, it says, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. See that? In your mind. This should be in your mind to love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might, man. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. See that? We're supposed to continue on. You're supposed to have your children in the truth. No matter what age it is. Teach them from one, when they can start talking, you teach them the names of the Lord, man. We have to continue this, man. This is the commandment the Lord told us to do. To teach your children. And thou shalt teach thy children, it's like, let me slow down. It says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou raisest up. So this word is supposed to be in your spirit to teach your children all day long, man. Sun up to sundown. The name of the Lord, the scriptures, your power, who you are. This is what we should teach our children as little kids, man. And then they'll understand now you're in captivity, man. We're soon to be delivered. And that's what we're waiting on, a deliverance, man. We're waiting for our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to deliver us from this captivity. Verse 8 says, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontals between thy eyes, constantly on your mind. And thou shalt write them upon thy posts of thy house and on thy gates. And it shall be when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power shall have brought thee into the land which he swore unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not. And see, we finna get the kingdom of heaven, man. And our enemies are going to build up our kingdom. And this is what we're supposed to be doing now. Rehearsing the righteous acts of the Lord before he gives us our kingdom. We are truly in the time of the Lord returning, man. And now that we've learned from our mistakes and came back to the Lord, we have to continue on this fight of faith, man. Because it's finna get bad. You're finna see a lot of things happen very soon. Because we're in the time of great tribulation, man. This is Deuteronomy 10, dropping down to verse 12. It says, and now, Israel, what doeth Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power require of thee? But to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. That's plain, man. This is what we continually teach. We ain't on the highways and byways talking about football and barbershop talk. We're talking about how to please the Lord, man. 13, it says to keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. See that? For thy good. This is what's going to get us salvation, man. Following the word of the Lord, man. Keeping the Lord's commandments, loving the Lord, fearing the Lord. It says, behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua thy power. The earth also with all that is therein is. That's plain, man. So our power we have, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he created the heavens. He the God of the heavens. He the God of earth. And he's also our God. So this right here explains to you why you should worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He created the heavens. He's the power of heaven. He's the power of earth. And he's also our power. And we are over the nations. This is plain, man. This is plain. It says, only Yahweh Bashem Yahushua had a delight in thy fathers. And we are our fathers coming back. To love them. See that? The Lord loves his children, which we are the children of Israel, man. This is beautiful, man. And when you wake up, the Lord, man, it's like an explosion in your mind. Because everything you've always wanted to know, the Lord has given us through the scriptures, man. This is our book. This is our history. 15 one time says, only Yahweh Shem Yahushua had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them. See that? Even you above all people as it is this day. He chose the children of Israel over all the nations of people, man. Over all the people, man. No matter all the Christians say, well, he'll love everybody. The Lord said he chose our fathers. He didn't choose their fathers, man. He didn't choose Edom. He didn't choose Elam, and the list goes on and on. He didn't choose them. But he chose our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And you don't have to explain this or make nobody believe, because it's only for the elect. Those that wake up to this truth and understand, they're gonna receive salvation. But those that don't, they're gonna receive judgment, man. This is Leviticus 20 and verse 26. Just to only hit the point. It says, and ye shall be holy unto me. See that? The Lord has chosen you to be holy unto him. For I, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, am holy, and have suffered you from other people. See, so the Lord separated us from other people, that ye should be mine. See that? Make sure I pronounce suffered. Severed you. Make sure I pronounce it correctly. Severed you.
Severed.
Yeah, severed you. I said suffered. Slock it. It says severed. Divide by cutting or slicing, especially suddenly and forcibly. See, the Lord has separated us from the other nations. He didn't choose their fathers as he chose ours. And this is what the Lord desired from us, for us to keep his commandments and fear him. The other nations, the heathen nations, they don't fear the Lord. They have no clue about the Lord, man. I want to get this in the blue letter real quick. This is Leviticus 20 and 26. Real quick, suffered. Suffered, I keep saying severed. I don't know why suffered on my mind. Severed, H9:24. It's like H9:14. I'm rushing. I don't know why I'll be rushing. To divide, separate. See that? He separated the children of Israel from all the nations, man. Divided, figuratively, difference, divide, make, separate. So he severed us. He separated us from all the other nations, man. Let me get this in another translation. NLT. You must be holy because I, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, am holy. And see, that's the point, man. Us coming back to this truth, we have to follow the laws, statutes, commandments. That's what makes us holy. I have set you apart from all other people to be my very own. And it's talking about you Israelites, man. See, the Lord separated us from all other nations to be his own, man. Good News Translation, it says, you shall be holy and belong only to me. So you can't worship these other gods, man. You can't worship Jesus and Buddha and Allah. You can't worship them other gods, man. He says, because I am Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and I am holy. I have set you apart from the other nations. See that? He separated us from the other nations. That's why he gave us the law, statutes, commandments, man. So that you would belong to me only. Slack it. Alone. Slack it. That's plain, man. So the Lord has blessed us with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be his, man. And we have to take heed to that, man. Because we are at the end of this man's kingdom, man. And the Lord is going to show forth his judgment on our enemies. See, all this is happening for the controversy of Zion, for the Lord to redeem the children of Israel, man. That's why you got these alphabet gangs harassing our people in these different Memphis, Chicago, and shit pretty much all over, man. The time has come for us to return unto our power to be redeemed from captivity. This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And see, the Lord has separated us from all the nations to put us above them. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power. And see, we have the hopeful elect have woken up to the voice of the Lord and walked in his ways, man, by repenting and returning to him, following his laws, statutes, commandments. And see, when you come into this truth, you have to understand this is it, man. There's no going back. That's like when you get a chance to get some money, man, you don't never want to go back to being poor. It's the same as the scriptures, man. Once you get this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you don't never want to go back to being in the world, man. You don't want to ever go back. This is it, man. Live or die by this. This is the truth. This is Baruch 4:28. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from power, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So constantly have the Lord on your mind, man. Sun up to sundown. Because everything we walk by now, we see it through the Spirit, man. Everything we see the people, we see them through the Spirit. All our walk in life now, we see through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We have spiritual lenses on so we can see all the wickedness that's going on and understand that this is what the Lord separated us from. He separates from the wicked so we understand and see this is all wicked, man. And that's what that guy, his spirit was crying out for the Lord, man. He wants to understand what's the purpose of this life. And this is what inspired me to do this lesson, man. Because it's the whole duty of man, man. Because once you come into this truth, you can't turn back. When you first come into it, it's a little bitter. But when you wake up to it, you blessed to understand this is the way it is, man. And it's a bitter, like I said, it's a bitter pill to swallow, man. Because there's a lot of judgment of things that you being judged for that you didn't understand and know. But once you come into it, man, you're grateful, man. You're grateful. Because this is all the will of the Lord, man. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 16. It says, and what agreement have the temple of power with idols? And we are the temples of the Lord as well, man. You can't be with someone and they going the opposite way. Me and my wife was talking about that earlier. You see a lot of these people, they're with their in their relationships, they on the opposite page, man. They ain't even on the same page. And see, we're in a relationship with the Lord, man. We gotta follow. The Lord referred to us as his wife. As a man leads his wife, you have to follow. So through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's how we doing, man. We following our husband, and this is how the path the Lord has set up for us. Coming to this truth and following our husband, and not being with these idols, man. And these idols is money. These people, social media, everything you could think of, everything that America has to offer is all based on idols, man. All your days of the week, all your holidays you celebrate, it's based on idols, man. 16 again, it says, and what agreement have the temple of power with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. See that? You are the temple of the living power. As power has said, I will dwell in them. See that? The Lord is dwelling in us. And you see that through our spirit, man. And walketh in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And see, in being returned to the Lord, you separating yourself from the world, man. You got to turn away from this world, man. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separated, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. See that? You have to wash your hands on Babylon. You got to wake up. When you wake up to the truth, you can't go back. You can't go back. It's like when brothers get in the league or whatever, they can't go back to the hood. You can't go back. You might want to, but you can't go back. Let's come into this truth, man. You can't go back. Once you come into it, you taste the bitter herbs of it through the Spirit, and you taste the good of the truth. You ain't gonna want to ever go back to the world, man. So you got to wash your hands from the world, man, and walk away from it, man. That means family members, all that, because they're not going to. Their spirits are not going to accept the truth unless the Lord wake them up to it. 18, it says, "And will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters," saith the Almighty Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So we know that this is the way. We know we're on the right path. We know the Lord is dealing with us because the Spirit of the Lord is walking with us. We look at the world in different lenses as everybody else, man. They don't see that them bringing the alphabet gangs to these different cities, man, is the end of his kingdom. They don't see it, man. They don't see that WW3 being set up for the Lord to return. They have no clue. But the Lord has woken you. Wash your eyes for you to see it, man. This is 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 6. It says, "Now we command you, brethren, in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Mashiach, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly." See that? You got to separate yourself from the people of the world, and not after the tradition which he received of us. For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us. See that? You know how to follow the men of the Lord now. You got to put away the world, man. "For we behaved not ourselves disorderly among you." And see, the men of the Lord are not walking as the people in the world, man. We've been woken up to the truth, and now we're walking after the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and not of this world. Let me read it in the NLT. It says, "And now, dear brothers and sisters, we give you this command in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua HaMashiach. Stay away from all believers of this world who live idle lives and don't follow let me slow down. It says, "And don't follow the tradition they received." And that's the people of this world, man. They don't follow the traditions of the children of Israel, man. They don't follow the high holy days. They ain't keeping the Sabbath. They're not following the ways of the Lord. Stay away from all believers who live idle lives and don't follow the traditions they received from us. And we gave you the traditions, man. It says, "For you know that you ought to intimate." Let me get it real quick. I know it. Imitate Slakia. I always get big stuff with that. Imitate us. For you know that you ought to imitate us. That means following the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We were not idle when we were with you. Let me get it in the GNT. I butchered imitate. I don't know why I'd be butchering that. 6 again. "Our friends, we command you in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to keep away from all believers who are living a lazy life and who do not follow the instructions that we gave them. You yourselves know very well that you should do just what we do, just what we did." And that's following law, just following Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It says, "We were not lazy when we were with you." And that's, you see that through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we're passionate about this word, man. So we bring it up to the best of our ability. So Lord Williams, I'm in it there. Shalom.